it's not only turning the ground or the earth, it's also setting a new importances, because what was sort of what was in the dark is coming, is we set it as as that which meets the light, the surface that meets the light. It means that within before plowing, there's no way that something can be seeded.
Mm.
Okay, so now we're talking about a movement from, let's say, that is being allowed or permitted from higher to lower. Okay, and then there is something that is being seeded. Now we need to hold two opposition: seeded by the higher, which is the point in the heart, and allowing that to take place, truly, to take hold of ourselves, is the way we sort of support the seeding. And now the different forces and powers that starts to be activated. One is taking is rotting that which belonged to the previous transmigration in order to reveal something new that has the power to grow to revelation. Mm-hmm. How we grow to revelation is we are asking for light to get to the light, right? This is what the plant is doing, asking to get to the light. So it is getting supported by, let's say, by the ecology, by the environment there, and by our choice of environment, of ecology, right? So this is why I'm saying it holds two opposition: the part that is from the higher and our response to allow it to be, within our consciousness. So to allow it to be in our consciousness and to grow, it has to do with man. The blessing that it gets, it has to do with mud, meaning, let's say, masculine waters or feminine waters. So they need somehow to mix and to meet. So they come into harmony in terms of working to get that which was in potential to actuality, from potentiality to actuality. Okay.
And it's the female waters that come from below that are uplifted, and so it's the masculine waters that are.
It's actually to do with
are...
return light. Return light always is feminine. It's called the light of Malchut. So it's the light of let's say, the consciousness that goes through the seven natures, which are sphirot, or seven measurement, in order to reach the highest point of its ability of sameness, to the higher acting in it.
Mm-hmm. And is the plowing then the 6 years of our work and choice before kind of the seeding would be the trust?
It suggests that within, when we will reach the land of Israel, which stands as a branch against Malchut of the world of Atzilut. Yeah. So Malchut of the world of Atzilut is, one can say, it's the land or the pedestal. The pedestal of the higher, of the world of reforming. Now, if there is a current and conscious place, which means and a concentrated ability, consciousness of the higher to reveal itself as the pedestal now in the lower realms, I mean in our world. If there is a matching, okay, then we can start to actually work in relation to plowing, seeding. Now there is a possible discourse with the higher, which was not possible in exile. It's possible only in this place. Yeah.
It needs this direction. It needs that clear.
It needs that nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. It needs that nature, which is basically a spiritual genetic that was sort of seeded in it. It's very difficult to fathom because we are going in, when we speak about place, we are going into specific geographic sort of coordination. Okay. So how we are able to actually combine specific geographic sort of vectors into consciousness and to hold it together, and we call it, in Hebrew we call it makom. Makom, translation of it, it's a place where it doesn't carry what I'm trying to say in makom. Makom is the name of God. Okay, he is makom. He's actually the place or makom of the world. So there is a specific place. It's like within, let's say, within our body. I'll go into pressure points. Within our body, I can touch a specific point which can kill you or revive you. Not all your body will respond in that way. So Israel is that pressure point. When you touch it correctly, you can kill or you can revive. It means there is something goes destructive or something goes constructive. Okay.
It's where all the vectors meet.
Yes,
meet.
this is what I'm trying. There is like the meridians within our body, so there is a point.
Yeah.
What this point suggests that there is a merging of powers, of ley lines of powers, and they merge in that point. That point is called the land of Israel. Okay, it's within the full body. Now let's translate it. The full body of this planet, which is human consciousness with human consciousness on it, is the body, meaning a will to receive to oneself. So it has an expression, a certain expression, which is called, the expression of it is called the blue priestess. Okay. In esoteric studies, it's called the blue priestess. The blue priestess in itself, it's an expression, okay, of the whole system. But like in the human body, there is a point when everything converge into it. Okay, all the power. So you can touch India, something will happen. You can touch America, something will happen. But when you touch this point that is called Israel, it affects all the converging lines that actually summon themselves to that point, which means the whole world. So this is what the meeting point of something which is, let's say, physical or corporeal and spiritual at the same time. So meridian is good because I cannot pick up a meridian.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that means in exile, not all the directions or all the vectors were actually active, but it needed to be outside Egypt. Not in Egypt, not all of them. It needed to be outside.
Something else happens. It's like, Egypt is a place of preparation.
Yeah.
Israel is a place of revelation.
Mm.
That's different. Of something that was, let's say, invested in Egypt, we had to take it away from that environment and ecology. But there is something that repeats itself. What happens in Egypt will happen to us, to all of us in last generation. We need to have the consent of all nations, because we needed to get the consent of Pharaoh.
Oh.
Yeah. So Pharaoh is the, let's say, the government of the current will to receive to oneself of last generation.
Mm.
It will need to get to an agreement that knowledge and light is really important. And before that, it will not be able to reveal itself. So this is the connection between the particularity of Israel and its universality. So we need to first be convinced in ourselves as Israel to what we're serving, to have the identity of what we're serving. Then maybe we'll be able to get the awareness and consent of all nations, meaning of the will to receive to oneself as a body, to take upon itself actually the yoke and mission of the spirit. Okay.
Which then means the will to receive to oneself gets a different direction. So it still is there, but
It gets a
taking
different
the yoke
use.
means I use it to break open the earth and start then.
No, it gets a different use. It gets a different identity. I'm not here for myself or for my pleasure. I'm here to be a partner within fulfilling the ability of the Creator to bestow goodness to all creatures.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is always a tension between the particular and the universal. And this is what we are actually meeting here. So it's, for example, it's very much to do with what we call Shemitah and Yovel, which is to do with a portion of our week, which is to do with the 6,000 years of reforming and the sabbatical of the whole world, meaning the completion. Yes, the completion of reforming. So there are different cycles in which we move. It's the difference between, maybe I'm influenced by the picture of Hubble, the images that comes from that. It's a difference between the birth of a star and the birth of a galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the birth of a star is what we do on a regular basis of 6 days and Saturday. The birth of a galaxy has to do with what Behar and what actually we're studying here, the voice of the horn of the Messiah. Okay,